I try to only do that in emergencies because I always forget to unmute myself. I'm in a perfectly still room, and hopefully the video doesn't hear me breathe.
Welcome everyone to this week's news and updates. I am Mark, the producer and your host of this weekly event, where we bring you the news and updates from across the community called Altspace VR. Thanks for joining us.
I'm Donna McTee. Welcome everyone. Thrilled that you've taken the time to join us today. Let's get on with the news here in Altspace.
Okay, so a couple of days ago, Altspace VR received a new update with some great features for event hosts. Hosting events just got easier with the following tools, and sorry, just got a message. Right, hosting an event just got easier with the following tools. So introducing the host panel. And bear with me one moment, sorry. Okay, so from the top on your left image, we have the mute all button. Then message all, megaphone, audience participation panel, and safe blocking on or off toggle. The mute all button maintains order in your event by muting all attendees. This is to limit distracting sounds and keep things nice and quiet. Mute will last as long as the host chooses to keep everyone quiet. When attendees enter the event space or try to unmute, and attendees will receive an on-screen message letting them know they've been muted by the host. Message all sends a message to every guest at your event in one easy click, using many quick notes, or you can write an original one for your event. Megaphone is to amplify your microphone so that everyone in the space can hear what you're saying. Now, the audience participation panel is a better way to manage your attendees' experience, with functions that allow you to amplify someone when they're speaking, keep tracks of users who have raised their hand to talk. The panel will also light up red when you have guests waiting to be called on. The stage blocking is where you, as a host, can decide when and where attendees can stand. Choose to hog the spotlight, take turns presenting, or invite everyone on stage for a group dance party. It's now all possible with this great feature. If you are an event creator or set up as a presenter for an event, you will be able to get into the stage block, but your guest will not.
Now, if you guys you've uploaded the latest update, you will have noticed another awesome change that happened with this update. Maybe in the last couple of days when you looked at the avatar name badge, the border of the badge for community helpers, you might have noticed that the pink salmon color is gone and we've reverted back to the original green. I think that we're all excited that the green is back.
Yeah, gotta love that green. Okay, so world building news. Now, if you was here last year in Altspace, you might have remembered an event that happened during Halloween. We had the VR Haunted House event. And we have a black maze, so let me just change the slides there. Okay, so we had black maze, where you had to navigate in total darkness and find a way out. And if you do, you will find some creepiness on the way, and then you're greeted by this giant spider before moving to the next space. And the next space that you do go into is the graveyard, with people jumping out, trying to scare you. It was such a success last year that we are doing it again this year. So we are getting ready super early for this year's Altspace Halloween event, organised by our admin, Kaylin. So the plan is to have about 6 to 8 spaces for the haunted house, and hopefully all the spaces will be tied together with a common theme. So you have a choice of what theme that will be. So Kaylin has put up a poll on the World Builders Discord, asking people to vote on the Haunted House theme. They are Classic Monsters, Common Fears, Stephen King, Carnival, and the Haunted Woods. Voting closes at the end of Monday 12th, so you only have a few days to go, so get those votes in. Each space will have a team, pair of builders, or even an individual builder working on it. And if you would like to participate in this awesome event and sign up as a team or help a team or as an individual, DM Kaylin, and let her know. Volunteers for scaring or moderating won't be signed up until October.
Now the plan for this is to host 4 events in October. Yes, you heard it right. There's going to be 4 events, with the first one being on October 19th, next 26th, and the 27th. The final event will be on Halloween. Check out the announcements channel in the World Builders Discord to see the full schedule.
And as a reminder to everyone, all of you have access to what you need to build your own worlds here. You can attend the world building meetups, there are no prerequisites, and you can attend as often as you like. Or you can check out the help.altvr.com website for more information.
Okay, let's switch over to events. One of the great things about events, and Mark just went in detail, letting you know that about the host panel that events have access, hosts have access to now. So we started off events last week with this event, and I think it's worth starting off our discussion again this week. Now, I want to know from you guys, who of you attended the amazing world building event with Kaylin last Sunday? Can you give me some emojis if you guys actually went to that event? Okay, for those of you who are new, Kaylin is one of the AltSpace VR staff members. She's on the events team, and she's one of the most incredible world builders in AltSpace VR. Okay, I have a second question for you. Who knows who Bob Ross is? I'll be honest, until I went to an event in AltSpace, I had no idea who Bob Ross is. I have a huge appreciation for him now. So he is a famous painter, and he filmed tutorials. They're incredible with the step-by-step instruction of how he created a painting. So he would create a painting, and during the entire thing, actually explain what brushes he used, what techniques, what processes, strokes, and why he did it. So Kaylin had this most wicked idea to create a world that matches the painting in the same length of time as a tutorial. So does that not sound fabulous to you guys? I have to say, if you've seen this happen, you want to go back. So if you want to learn more about world building, want to see a world built right before your eyes, then where will you be this coming Sunday? In AltSpace VR, attending an event called Kaylin Builds with Bob Ross. Seriously, guys, click interested on it and try to catch it. I think you'll love it.
Yes, it's an amazing event to go and see and watch all that take place. So let's take a look at an event happening on Monday, hosted by Get Social in virtual reality, virtual spaces. This week will be episode 22 in Let's Talk About Gender. Discussion will include gender identity, feminism, and masculinity. That was a mouthful. Okay, so Tuesday is a busy day in AltSpace. It all ends with a long time event hosted by Luke called Acoustic Music with Luke. Is an acoustic musician, a singer who is always a crowd pleaser. You can sit back with a bevy of your choice and enjoy the music of artists like Ed Sheeran, Tom Petty, Beatles, and many other favourites. And I think you guessed already that Mingle and Chill is not to miss event that Keegan Law, program owner at Ultraspace VR, hosts weekly. Bombshell announcements about the new host panel dominated the conversation last week. Can't wait to see what the focus will be this coming week. And remember that the LGBTQ plus and friends meetup happens weekly on Wednesdays. So it's always a fun time here in Ultraspace.
That's so true, Mark. Now, we've talked about, we always have a conversation about worlds. This week, we're talking more about events that are happening. And we want to talk about, highlight an event that's hosted by our infamous news and updates co-host, Laurel. This gives me a chance to say that although she scheduled some personal time for August, her personal plans were totally sidelined with what we all hate, illness on a time when we're supposed to be doing vacation stuff in summer. It's so terrible. She's been so sick. I'm hearing she's on the mend. But let's take a moment to she's going to watch this video, so let's take out a moment to send out some good vibe emojis just for her, you guys, okay? So she'll know that this is just for her. We miss you, Laurel. Can't wait to hear that you have recovered, and can't wait. Looking forward to having you back on this stage again. So let's get back to Laurel's event. This Thursday, World Builders Showcase and Tour returns, and this time we're heading to the rooftop. I don't know, whenever I hear about this, I always think about the we're heading on up. You know that famous, if you guys are old enough, there's a famous sitcom that had a song like that. Anyways, I'll spare you from singing. The rooftop is home to one of the most popular Ultraspace VR shows and podcasts. We'll get a behind-the-scenes tour of the space. How amazing is that, you guys? I hear the rooftop crew has pulled out all the stops to make this a fun, interactive, and spectacular event. So, just to, I said it a while ago, so just to recap, World Builders Showcase and Tour on Thursday. Don't want to miss us, guys.
So, time for us to highlight another event that happens weekly in Ultraspace, and that is on Friday night, Midnight Monster Movies VR. This week, Dr. Bob Tesler is conducting a little experiment instead of a movie. He is showing the adventures of Captain Marvel, a serial from 1941, picked by the voters on their Facebook page.
Doesn't that sound like fun, you guys? Okay. Anybody in the room interested in blockchain? Next Saturday, Get Social and VR Spaces will host their first ever Blockchain Universe Crypto Conference. Now, this event is going to be held over the course of a day, and it will be a crossover between VR and in real life. So this conference is designed for crypto enthusiasts interested in cutting edge technology. So if you guys are interested in catching the VR part of it, make sure you head over to the events channel and mark interested on this event.
So that is just a snapshot of events that are happening in Ultraspace VR during the next week. Make sure to check the Ultraspace VR calendar for all the great events and activities that are scheduled, and remember to RSVP that if you are interested. Not only will Ultraspace send you an email an hour before the event to remind you, but it will also let the event host know that you are interested in attending. Remember, if you want your event to be mentioned on the news and updates, go to our Discord channel and let us know in the share your event in news. You can find the link in the lobby as you came in, and we'll stick it up at the end.
Okay, well that sounds like a fabulous week of events, and there's lots more. We just highlighted a couple, so make sure you go. Now, Mark, if you don't mind, something's been on my mind this week, and I'd like to share it with the audience, if you're okay with that.
Go ahead and share.
So, as we've discussed in detail today, Ultraspace VR has added the Event Host panel, which gives event host features that will make events easier to manage, easier for the hosts, And it also makes events more enjoyable for everybody attending. All of you here attending this event in VR via your laptop, watching the live feed, or catching the YouTube video later, you are all part of just the beginning of what VR will have to offer. How many of you remember 10 plus years ago when social media was introduced? Early adopters struggled with apps that were just being developed for mobile devices. This is like way before Instagram. Twitter and Facebook and a few other apps had major bugs all the time and they didn't work on devices. Cameras were still not really a thing on phones. People wondered if social media would just be a fad. I personally know people that said they would never need to learn anything about social media because it would just never apply to them. So in those first 5 years, early adopters helped to test apps, lived with apps that were unreliable and buggy, and through it all, learned the incredible potential of social media. Then during the next 5 years, we watched social media change the way we communicate with other people, with organizers. We've watched it influence world events. It literally has been a game changer. Okay, I'm going to get back to VR. I'm going to get back to AltSpace VR, and I'm going to get back to you. AltSpace VR is creating something unique. We are all living through the AltSpace VR remodel right now. This is a major endeavor. And honestly, we have, for the most part, I know we miss front row and we miss personalized avatars. But honestly, for the most part, we have been able to continue and enjoy world building. We've still been able to do activities. We've still host events all the time. And the introduction of that host panel will be a game changer for the kinds of events that will be hosted in AltSpace. When Patrick, the lead developer of the host panel feature, spoke with us on Wednesday at the Mingle and Chill event, he let us know, and let me quote him, "This is just the beginning." That was the thing that struck out most to me, that they are really, that they're really in this. There are other platforms in virtual reality that can host events. There's other apps that can offer activities and provide different world building opportunities. But AltSpace VR is unique. AltSpace VR offers such a broad variety of experiences. It's not just a place to play games, but it's great for that. It's not just a place to build worlds, but what an amazing opportunity it gives builders to let their creativity run wild. And it's not just a place to host events, but it is staking its claim as a front runner for hosting events. And it's backed by Microsoft, you guys. They are in this. They're putting development dollars behind this space that we all love so much. And this is just the beginning. That keeps ringing in my mind. AltSpace VR is creating a fun, productive place for all ages, and you are here building the community. You guys, that's you guys doing it. Microsoft can't do that. Admins can't do that. Community helpers can't do that. The community is built by all of you guys. Do you have any idea what you are actually a part of? This is big. This is huge, and that's what I've been thinking about. And I am so excited to be a part of just the beginning. I'm so excited to be here with Mark talking about the beginning, and I'm so excited that you guys are all here. So hopefully you're excited too.
Oh, I can see a lot of Simon in the audience there. But yes, it is just the beginning, as Donna has mentioned, and I can't wait to see where it leads to. So, with that, that is all for this week's news and updates. You can keep up with the AltSpace news and updates by subscribing to our event through the channels tab on altvr.com website. Join us on Discord, and you can watch the live stream of past news events or on our YouTube channel. We are here for you to keep you up to date on the news in AltSpace. So please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channels so that others can keep up with the news in and around AltSpace. And thanks to all our news and update volunteers and moderators that help make this event such a success. If you would like to help and volunteer to help us out, we would love it. We need people to help present assist with script writing, take pictures, do featured reports, help film and moderate the news weekly.
That's a lot of different kinds of volunteers that participate. It takes a lot of peeps to make this show happen. And if you have any interest in helping us out, please come and see us after the show. We will do this. We do this for you, but we really need your help. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to find my hearts here. We do this for the AltSpace community to help you stay informed and up to date on what's happening in our community. We will be here next week, same time, same station.
Same stations.
See you then. Thanks,
Bye.
Mark. Thanks, everyone.